Ugh, this is gonna be embarrassing. Are y'all ready to see some of the worst jailhouse tattoos that are probably out there? Stay tuned. Good morning, my lovelies, my beauties, my friends. My name is Christina and welcome to my channel. If you are new here, thank you so much for clicking on this video. I really hope that you will subscribe, stick around, take a chance on hearing some things that I have to say. And if you are a returning subscriber, y'all already know, y'all are my babies. So good morning, good morning, good morning. It is Monday. It is another beautiful day and it's going to be a great week for me and for y'all. We are claiming it right now. I must have gotten 500 requests for this video. Y'all want to see my tattoos and all that. Now, I can't believe I'm showing y'all these. You guys, I got some bad ones, okay? They're not all cute. I have some jailhouse tattoos and, yeah, so no judgment, right? Y'all love me, I love y'all too. So let's just rewind it back and start at the beginning. Now, my first tattoo I ever got was on my ankle. I was 13, maybe 14 years old. Maybe I was 14, I don't know. It's been a long time since your girl's been 14. We're talking about 20 plus years. Y'all know Grandma Christina. So this one right here on my ankle is the one that is pretty embarrassing. This was made from a homemade tattoo gun that is a jailhouse tattoo gun. Now, I did not get this in jail. I did get this from a man that had been in jail. And the tattoo gun looked like a pin. I'm gonna try to find a picture for you guys. A pin, and on the end of it was taped a motor, okay? They pull the motors out of electric razors. That's how they make them in jail, or that's what I've heard, and that's how he made this one. They pull the motor out, they attach it there, they do whatever they got to do to it, and then they put an actual pin, like a pricking pin or whatever it is, on the end of it. So I was at a friend's house, mini story time, and this guy had just gotten out of jail or prison or whatever, and he was, I want to say, around 28, 30 years old. Now, in my mind back then, at 13, 14 years old, I thought I was grown. I thought I knew the world. If any of y'all out there got 13 or 14-year-olds, you know that they think they know everything, right? Now, as an adult looking back, I think a 28-year-old doing a tattoo on a little 13, 14-year-old girl, quite inappropriate, right? But at the same time, he knew he wasn't going to get in any trouble because I didn't have like a mom or a parent that was paying attention to me or anybody that really cared enough to get on to him. I was just like this kid that was hopping from house to house and staying wherever I could. I had no parental guidance, nobody calling and checking on me. I was just doing my thing at that age. Unfortunately, that was my life. The whole idea behind this tattoo was it was supposed to be a heart and barbed wire, okay? Oh, it's embarrassing. And in the middle of it, it was going to be a heart with barbed wire. And in the middle, it was going to be half bricks and half bars and then say my name in it. The reason why I chose that tattoo is because already by this age, I had spent a lot of time in facilities and out of facilities. So to me, it meant something, right? Half of my time locked up, half of my time out. Whether I was in juvenile facilities or not, I was already in like multiple group homes, and I just felt like my life was in a cage. So it had a deep meaning to it. I was just way too young to be doing something like this. So here's the tattoo here. As you guys can see, it looks nothing like that. Embarrassing. And I was so young when I had it done. I didn't know that you're not supposed to scratch it. So I spent a lot of time like itching my ankle, you know, and making it fade. And the bad part about it is now when I wear heels or wear little dresses or shorts or whatever, I get stopped all the time and people say, what is that tattoo on your ankle? And I just want to cringe and cover it up like, oh gosh, why did I do that? 13, 14 years old, thinking I was grown, but y'all know how I was back then. God bless America. Jesus help us all. All right, now that I've gotten one of the cringy ones over with, let's move on to the one I got when I was about 14. Okay, so this right here, as y'all can see, it's a star on my hand. underneath it, this was actually a cover-up. Underneath it, it used to be 3 black dots, and the 3 black dots stood for Mi Vida Loca, my crazy life. I actually got that when I was on the run from the police when I was about 14, 15, whatever, young, very young, under 16, I know that. And I remember being on the run. I had escaped from a group home, and I was running through this trailer park, and there was people sitting outside. If any of y'all have ever lived in a trailer park or been to a trailer park, you know the vibe of a trailer park. A lot of people are sitting outside having bonfires, drinking beers in the middle of a Wednesday, because that's just how it goes, or the ones that I've been to. 9 times out of 10, and the ones I've been to, people didn't have jobs. They said, I don't want to paint a bad picture about trailer parks and make it seem like everybody in trailer parks were like this, but the crowds, the areas, the places that I used to run into, that was the vibes, okay? There's a lot of great, there's nothing to be looked down on trailer park homes. Anyways, whatever. I'm this little girl, and these guys were all sitting outside, and they're like, are you on the run? Because you know what it was? There was cops circling around looking for me. So I was constantly ducking and hiding behind things. And these guys were like, are you on the run? And I was like, yes. They were like, come inside, we'll hide you out. As a kid, I thought that was the coolest thing ever. That happened to me a lot. And I'll tell y'all more story times about being on the run as a kid and how people helped me out along the ways and being homeless and stuff like that. But now as an adult, I'm thinking, like, if I saw kids on the run from the police, I don't know, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not going to, they're grown men. Like, I'm a little girl. What were they thinking? I don't know. Anyway, so this guy in this house had a homemade tattoo gun too. The same exact one, had the inks. I'm very blessed at doing all this stuff. I didn't catch any diseases like Hep C or other diseases because it happens, okay? I'm very, very blessed. So I told him that I wanted the 3 dots on my hand, Mi Vida Loca, to stand for my crazy life, and he did it. Now, the reason why I ended up getting a cover-up is because I found out later in my life that those 3 dots on your hand in some areas was actually considered a sign. For a long time, I just ignored it. When people would ask me what the tattoo stood for, I would just tell them, Mi Vida Loca, da, 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 da. Well, as I got older and I had kids, especially Jordan in middle school, I really started thinking about it more because people would stop me all the time and ask me if I was part of a, okay? The last straw for me, why I ended up going and getting it covered up, another mini story time. I was working at a restaurant as a server and a bartender. I was actually the head server there. It was great. I loved my job. I did really good. I was there for years and years and years. And I had this group of cops come in. There was 12 of them, a party of 12. I went up to them. I was super excited. I mean, I'm not trying to brag on myself or anything, but I was a really good server. I loved interacting with people. I love serving people. I'm like that in my everyday life. I like to take care of people, so I just loved my job. So I go up to these cops and I get all their drinks, and they're acting a little funny to me, and I don't really know why, and it's all good though. I just figure, guys, a group of guys, whether they're cops or not, they're just trying to be kind of cool, whatever. Here's this chick serving them, whatever. So I go get the drinks and I come back to the table and I'm putting down the drinks and I'm getting ready to take their order. And one of them makes a comment about the tattoo, the 3 dots on my hand, and he tells me that basically that he knows that I'm in a, and I tell, and all, you could tell the guys had been talking about this while I went to go and get their drinks. So I tell them, no, it actually means Mi Vida Loca, my crazy life. And I said, I got it when I was young and dumb, trying to be cool. Just tried to play it off to them. It was really awkward because they were police officers. The guy acted like I was lying, snubbed his nose at me, and all of them kind of treated me like crap for the whole rest of the time. I mean, they didn't cuss at me or anything, but they definitely treated me like I was dirt. And then the kicker is they stiffed me, which means they didn't give me a tip. Now, is them stiffing me a huge deal? Some of y'all may think no, but it actually is, and I will tell you why. One, servers, especially here in Florida, they make $2.13 an hour. The other thing is if you pay with a credit card, which they did, pay with credit cards, they automatically take 10% out of your pay to go to taxes. So when a group of 12 at a steakhouse run up a bill for $400, I can't even remember what it is, and they take out 10% of that out of my pay for taxes and they don't tip me anything, I actually end up paying out of my own pocket. So not only am I waiting on you, I'm working, I'm trying to support my children, But now I'm paying out of my own pocket because you guys decided to stiff me over a tattoo that y'all think is a symbol that really actually isn't. And it really hurt my feelings. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I went home, I actually cried to my husband that night because I'm like, I just can't escape my past. Even when I'm doing good, I can't escape my past. So I ended up going the next day or a couple days later, me and my husband went and I had it covered up. I said, put something over it. I don't care what it is. And the guy that did the tattoo cover up said, well, because of how they were 3 dots spaced, he was like, I'm just going to put a star over it. I was like, I don't care if you put a doggone turd over it. Just cover it up. I don't want to deal with this anymore. So that is how I got the star tattoo. Now, at 16 years old, woo, I've had a life, haven't I, guys? I met a guy who owned a little hole-in-the-wall tattoo shop in the town that I was living in, and I had my name, Christina, put on my neck, okay? This one was actually done in a tattoo parlor, underage, with no adult supervision, no adult signatures. Boy, I got so many stories for y'all. I'm just going to blow y'all's mind on this channel over here. If you're not subscribed, you should subscribe because I like to embarrass myself and tell y'all all of my personal business for some reason. So I go and I ask him to put my name on my neck. I was living a really hard life and I thought it would be tough and hard to have a tattoo on my neck. You know, Christina. Well, even though it was done in a professional place, as you guys can see, you can't hardly tell what it says. And I didn't scratch this one. It just is awful. As a matter of fact, I get people stopping me all the time saying, do you have Christmas tattooed on your neck? Does that say Christian? Nobody ever looks at it and says, that says Christina. Thanks. And the other crazy thing is I can't tell you how many times people go, you have your own name tattooed on you twice? And I'm like, well, I guess it's better than somebody else's name because Lord knows when I was 15, 16 years old, I thought I was in love with my boyfriends back then. And thank you, Jesus, that I was never dumb enough to get their name tattooed on me. Now, is there people that have my name tattooed on them? Yes, but we won't talk about that. And I've never asked anybody to get my name tattooed on them. They did it on their own. That's their choice. Moving on. Let's start talking about the tattoos that I'm actually proud of. I have this one here on my side. It has my boys' names in it, Jordan and Jaden. Here's actually the drawing of it before it was tattooed. Me and my husband went, maybe 7 years ago. Jaden was a baby then. It was young, and Jordan was much younger. And the whole premises or idea of this tattoo was the Jesus fish. Y'all know what the Jesus fish looks like. And so I felt like the Lord put these kids in my life, and I know that he did. And so I wanted to bring them together in a tattoo. So for me, it is their names in the Jesus fish on my side. I love that one, and I'm so glad I got that one. So I thought this would be a really good time to jump in here and tell y'all that I forgot about a tattoo. By the way, do y'all see all that mess back there? My house is usually spotless, and there's like never even dust on anything because I'm such a perfect housewife and a mom. Just kidding. Anyways, so this right here is my wedding date in Roman numerals on my shoulder. It is actually Rihanna inspired because she has Roman numerals on her shoulder. That's a tongue twister, isn't it? Roman numerals. Anyways, so it says 9/21/2013. All right, back to the video. Alrighty, let's move on to the next one. I have this tattoo right here on my wrist, and it says One Life. Jeremy has One Love on his wrist, as you can see right here. So it's One Life, One Love. It's like the Bob Marley song. We wanted to get a tattoo. It was actually his idea. We wanted to get tattoos to go together, but we didn't want to get each other's names on us. You know, it's just kind of like a jinx or whatever. No judgment if you have your husband's name or wife or anybody's name tattooed on y'all. We just personally did not want to do that. So he picked these out, and I chose the One Life part, and he chose the One Love part. And another reason why I chose the One Life part is because this was actually the hand that I used to aid in things that I did for my eating disorder. So it's also kind of a reminder that I've only got one life, right? So it's like a double, triple meaning. I'm very proud of this tattoo and I love it. And I love that my husband has his and he chose One Love. And one day I'll let you ask him why exactly he wanted that. So the next tattoo that I got was this one right here. It is a little purple anchor and it is for a friendship, okay? Me and a couple of my girls went to a tattoo shop in town and we all got the same exact tattoo. The reason why we got anchors was because we live by the beach, so it's kind of like a symbol. You know, we're here in Florida, you know, boats are a thing. Purple is my favorite color. They all got purple. And yeah, so that's just like a friendship tattoo and I love my girls and that's what that's for. Alrighty, my last tattoo is the one that I have under my boob, kind of right here on the side. It is also purple and it says perfectly imperfect and it is the eating disorder recovery symbol. And I got it after I got out of treatment for my eating disorder and worked really, really hard. And it's just a symbol to remind me that I am perfectly imperfect. And I'm just the way I'm supposed to be and that I fought a battle for 18 years and I am on the winning side of it. So that is what that is for. Just to have a little jabber at the end, one place that I've never gotten a tattoo is on my back. I personally think that your back is one of the sexiest, most beautiful part of a woman's body. So I chose to never get a tattoo on my back. I've always kept that blank. I just think it's so beautiful. With that being said, if you have a tattoo on your back, no, I do not think you've ruined your body. My sister, as a matter of fact, my sister-in-law, but y'all know I don't use labels. So if y'all hear me say sister from now on, y'all know who I'm talking about. I don't want to have to say that every time, but y'all get what I'm saying. So anyways, moving on. My sister has a beautiful back piece that's huge on her back. It's this big, huge blue flower. It's absolutely gorgeous and it looks gorgeous on her. And I love her tattoo. But for me personally, I just think there's just something sexy about the way a woman's back is all by itself, right? The way that the back muscles move, or you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, the way that your back stretches out, or like when you bend over, the way that your back, I don't know. I just love a woman's back. And so I've chose to never get a tattoo on my back. So I hope that you guys liked this video that was informative, but also quite embarrassing. If you have any questions, let me know in the comment section down below. You know I love you guys so much. Please don't forget to like this video. It is a free way that you can help your girl out. And until next time, I'll see you in the next video. I love y'all so much. Bye.